My dear friends, Maitreyi has already completed his discourse with Uddhavji. Shukdevji Maharaj has also completed his discourse and departed. King Parikshit is liberated. Now Sri Sutaji is addressing 8,000 sages in the forest of Naimisharanya. It is still, Naimisharanya is still located in United Province of India near Lucknow and Ayodhya. Sage Markandeya and his wife and a small child Markandeya lived in a panoramic site in the forest. Greeneries, blue sky, chirping birds, dancing peacocks, cooing cuckoos. It was wonderful land. Soon, great panic arose one day when the father Markandeya found out his son will die very shortly. He instructed the child to revere with heartfelt salutation to each wise man he ever saw. The innocent child would always bow down to wise men of all denominations. Whenever the wise men saw, whenever a wise man saw a handsome little child of innocent look is going down to them, their heart melted and poured down their blessings upon him. Once upon a time, 7 great sages, means Atri, Vasishtha, Gautam, Kashyap, Bharadwaj, and Jamadagni and Vishwamitra were making holy pilgrimage. And my dear friends, remember, holy pilgrimages are always made in the heartland of the world, that is Bharatavarsha. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from all the way from Balochistan to Brahmadesh, that is now Burma. So they happened to pass by the ashram, and the child Markandeya saw these illustrious 7 sages. He walked up unto them and reverently offered them his obeisances, each of them. All of them were so glad to see him that suddenly all of them blessed him to be long-lived. What's Dirghajivi Bhava? That's what they said. As Sage Vasishtha looked at the child, he was shocked and blurted out to all other sages, what a great blunder we all have committed. Look at the forehead of this child. He is going to die day after tomorrow. Now we must do something so our word must not be falsified. All sages looked at the child's face. He was luminous, smiling, but was going to die in 3 days. They looked at each other and decided only Brahmaji can change his destiny. They picked up the boy and flew up to Brahmalok. The boy walked up to Brahmaji and did Sastanga Pranam. He prostrated Brahmaji. Brahmaji could not help. He blessed him with his wish. Dirghajivi Bhava, asked the Saptarshis their welfare and purpose of their arrival and who the child was. And Saptarshis said, Lord, we blessed the child exactly as you did, but we are worried for his fast approaching death. And dear sages, you never told a lie in your life, therefore your words will come out true. He will live long, longer and longest, almost immortal. We will also be very famous. He will also be very famous and knower of the Vedas and Acharya of the Puranas. Now his father is worrying for him. Take him back to his father. Fast they returned to the earth. They left the child at the gate of his ashram. Father ran down and embraced the boy. He told the story. Father rushed to find out the sages, to find the sages. They had just taken their dip into the sacred pond. Father requested the sages to come home. They said, by the grace of Brahmaji, your son has become immortal and a greatest wise man. You must build a temple of Brahmaji here. And it was done. As Markandeya grew up, he journeyed to the Himalayas. He built his ashram in the bank of Pushpabhadra river. He took a vow of lifelong celibacy, my dear friend. He grew matted locks of hair, wore rudraksha beads. He rose from dawn to bath and recited the hymns of the Vedas. He offered ablutions into the sacred fire. He took his meals once a day and controlled fully the restless senses. He was so fully engaged in his spiritual practices that 6 manvantaras passed. Vyatitaya mahan kalo manvantara shadatmaka. That means 1144 million years have been passed. Can you believe that? That means 286 times 4 yugas of 4.5 million years were passed. Then the Indra of 7th Manvantara became suspicious of his meditation. He thought such a great penance might be made to take over my empire. He commanded the Cupid to take his army and destroy the spiritual progress of sage Markandeya. Get him out of his path. Yes, my lord, I am going to him right away. I will smash his spiritual attainment and confuse him completely. Soon he will be seen running after one of even turkey-looking ladies. He took with him the deities of spring breeze, immoral, sensual, sexual sentiments, mad attachments, and celestial singers and dancers. He arrived to the spot. Flowers bloomed, breeze blew, birds were chirping, cuckoos were cooing, dancers began to dance, singers began to sing, sweet music echoed. Sage Markandeya was sitting cross-legged, entranced in deep meditation in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He opened his eyes a little bit and saw fantastic change in the nature. Beautiful girls were dancing and looking at the sage with ambrosial glances, inviting to come, inviting to embrace and kiss. No Cupid and celestials were visible, only beauty of nature, soft, gentle breeze and sexually inviting dancing girls who came one by one. As soon as Cupid saw the girl named Punjikasthali is on the apex of her dance, he shot his arrow of enticement into the heart of the rishi. Nothing happened. The inner bliss of God experience proved to be more enjoyable to sage Markandeya than having sex with a beautiful and loving lady. Markandeya looked all around in a single glance and closed his eyes. Cupid and his team failed. He observed even by applying all his efforts, not a single ripple of fascination arose in the sage. This means a gigantic Himalayan high spiritual growth which Cupid cannot get even in a 100 lifetimes hard work. That was how he is. He became afraid. He had options to try again, but he knew the sage might take it as an intrusion in his privacy, an attack on his bank account of his punyas he has accumulated working hard for 1144 million years. So he might dash on him a severe curse. So maybe he or his team will never return and rot for thousands of years in some heinous life forms. Scorched by his glory, Cupid left that ferocious lion asleep and returned to heaven all safe and secure in a single piece, my dear friends. Having known all about the efforts of Indra and his safe conquest over his power, the great sage did not fall a prey to egotism matching to his exalted status. On the nearby hills of Badrinath, the two sages Nara and Narayana saw this heroic victory of one of their Himalayan yogis. They came to give him hearty congratulations, my dear friends. Anugrahaya, Anugrahaya Vinasi Naranarayano Hari. Sage Markandeya saw in the sky two divine figures resembling bright flashes of lightning as if embodiments of asceticism itself descending down into his ashram. He stood up with folded palms, welcoming with a loveful heart. Tau Shukla Krishnao Navakanjalochanao Vedam cha sakshat tap eva rupino Pavitra pani upavitakam treved Tapattadidvarna pishangarochisha Pranchodadano vibhudarshamarchito. As soon as Markandeya saw the illustrious sages, he fell down prostrate at their feet. Filled with great joy, tears came to his eyes. As he rose, he said, Namo Namaiti Shano. Namo Namaiti Shano Babashe Gadgadakshara. Hail, hail to you, my Lord. Then he offered them with high seats and worshipped with arghyam, sandal paste, incense and flower garlands. He offered them lots of sweet fruits and milk. Then he opened his heart, O Lord, how can I extol you, propelled by whom all beings breathe, speak and act? Having darshan of you is being cosmic conscious and enlightened. When hot debate ensues, you assume the appearance as the final verdict. Kim varnaye tavayo yadudiritosu sanspandate tamanuvam mana indriyani spandanti vai tanuvritam adasharvayoscha swasyapyaya vibhagatamanivavandu. The sage eulogized in 9 verses, my dear friends. The glorious Lord was filled with pleasure and said, O jewel of mankind, O Brahmarshi Varya, you have indeed attained perfection, my dear. Vayam te paritushtasma. We are highly pleased. Ask for your most anticipated boon. We are impatient to grant you whatever you wish. Varam praticha bhadram te varada esha devipsitam. Lord of all boon bestowers is talking to you. Wish for a boon of enormous size, anything impossible, without giving you the best. I shall not be able to feel fine. Then Markandeya said, "Oh Lord, I saw you, I got you within the range of my senses. What greater boon than this I could have? Sabhavan Mekhi Gochara." Nevertheless, O Lord Right One, Drakshe Mayam Jaya Loka Sapalo Veda Sadvidam. I have seen you now. I want to see your Aghatana Ghatana Patiyasi Maya also. Your Maya through which all beings, even gods, keep boggling around, being dumped and dashed and pulled and pushed for millions of years just by hallucinating diversity upon the gigantic, upon the organic unity of your indivisible oneness and suchness. To that Maya of yours I want to see, my Lord. Then the Lord said, "Oh dear Markandeya, what have you asked? What have you asked for, my gullible baby? My Maya is too painful to see. Anyway, I cannot withdraw my words. You will see my Maya, so shall be it. So shall it be. Eva must do," said the Lord, and returned to Badrinath. Tatheti sasmayan pragan Badariyas namamishvara. My dear friends, this Badrinath place, the ashram, is still there in the Himalayas, and you can travel to the spot. Very cold, of course, but there is a hot swimming pool, beautiful, medicinal. Rishi Markandeya lived on in his hermitage, visualizing Lord Sri Hari in the fire, in the sun, in the moon, in the flow of river, in the height of the hills, in the touch of the breeze, in the clouds in the sky, as well as in his own heart. Don't exclude that. See him in his own heart. So you too. See him in your own heart and see him everywhere. And Markandeya did mental worship. Sometimes he was so overwhelmed with outbursts of love that he forgot all and dancing in ecstasy of enlightenment, my dear friends. Dhyayan sarvatra harim bhavadravyera pujayat Kvachit pujam vidasmaro prema prakara sampluta. One day in the evening the sage was meditating on the bank of Pushpabanda river. Suddenly a furious wind sprang up. He looked up. Huge dark clouds rolled in the sky. Soon devastating rain began. Sage came into his cottage, closed his door, and sat in a night-long meditation. Shower had continued all night. After his bath, he worshipped and meditated. At 8 a.m. he was disturbed by the blasts and flashes of lightnings and volleys of rain. Rain poured around as thick as trunk of a tree. Clouds were rumbling so loudly. Right then the newspaper man came and dropped the daily news. Rishi Markandeya saw the headline, "Last night devastating rain with wind has been so dangerous that the whole of America sank into the ocean. Many pilots grabbed the airplane and helicopters to take shelter in Europe." The sage immediately turned his inner television on. As he opened the news channel, he was shocked with the loud cries of people panicking around. Before they could reach to Europe, lo, the whole of Middle East Africa and Europe sank into the ocean. Ah, there goes the Polar Pope dying with hundreds of cardinals and fathers, shouting aloud, "Oh God, what are you doing to us? We, the only chosen people of the world, let us not get destroyed like this, O Lord. We are chosen people of yours. Let us not die like Barabbas. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani." But no God heard their prayers. He saw China sinking, Siberia became an island. All dying Muslims are crying, Ya Allah, Ya Khuda. This means the Muhammad Rasulullah. Our belief was innocent, incorrect. In vain we kept fighting and killing people, considering it as truth. All life. Thus they were repenting and helplessly, hopelessly dying, sinking in the sea. In a single day, all the 7 continents sank into the ocean. Siberia also sank at last. India is still left. This Bharatvarsha is still left. A news broadcaster was shouting and crying as well. All the big political leaders have landed on India, and it has been overcrowded. Atlantic and Pacific Oceans have already united. Now Indian Ocean and Arctica are uniting. By the evening, India will also be submerged into the ocean. Water rained non-stop. Next day, with great outcry, India sank into the ocean. Only Himalayan hilltops were visible. Markandeya saw his ashram flown away into streaming rainwater. Somehow he managed to a hilltop. But they had also become crowded by people continuously flying on their aircraft. Many crafts have fallen into the sea. People are floating, holding broken parts of their aircraft. Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, they are crying. And lo, no God came to save them. Entire Vatican sank with Rome, whole Italy sank, Greece sinking, UK sinking, Norway, Sweden sinking, and India sank down the bottom of the ocean. On 4th day, all hills also merged. All airplanes have fallen in the water. People are all dead. Only Markandeya is alive, and he is swimming for his survival. He was trapped by the terrible whirlpools and sank 1,000 feet deep, where many mansions still exist. He is often grabbed by the fierce crocodiles, chewed a bit, then left to suffer. Loud roar of water everywhere, waves tossed by the fury of the storms. Now they are rising to the sky. A still deafening sounds of crash of lightning and rain and pour are going on. It's 30th day. The water level has risen so high that earth has melted away like a wet clay. Now Mars, Moon, Jupiter, Sun and Saturn, all luminaries are deluged. There is no light now. Water levels rose, and now all 7 heavens are under the water. All gods too are dead now. Many of them to the upper planet. Mahajana Tato Satyam. The water has not reached those planets. Water everywhere with endless pitch darkness. Markandeya drifting along with unbearable hunger and thirst. Exhaustion could not know. Out of exhaustion, he did not know which direction and where he is moving. Then he saw a huge shark. Oh God! He also saw him, glad with the hope of a nice feast. He rushed towards Markandeya to eat him. Right then another larger shark saw him. He also rushed. Both began to fight for a nice dish. Blood poured all around and both died. Markandeya swam away. Thank you, O God, he sighed. Now grief, now infatuation, now sorrow, now fear and sick and bruised. Millions upon millions of years rolled away and he still went on drifting along the deluge. All his knowledge and all his Brahmagyan and fine judgment were clouded by the enchanting Maya of the Lord. Dear Shaunakji, rolling about in the deluge, the sage one day saw an island. He was filled with joy to see the earth after such a long time. As he came closer, climbed to the beach, he saw a tender banyan tree with fresh big leaves and fruits. One of its large leaves grown in the form of a swing. Markandeya saw with his amazed eyes a most handsome, illuminating baby. How he looked, my dear friends! Mahamargadashyamam Srimadvadana Pankajam Shayanam Purnaputake Grasantam Ramayatama Charvangulibhyam Panibhyam Munniya Charanambujam Mukhe Nidaya Viprendro Dayantam Vikya Vismitaha. His emeraldian hue, lotus-soft face, broad chest, milky bright smiles, with rosy lips and reddish eyes. The babe was not crying but carelessly laughing, gargling. Suddenly, all fatigue, all hunger and thirst of millions of years vanished away. Markandeya's heart flower bloomed, and all limbs thrilled. He approached closer and closer to the babe. The baby also looked at the sage, gargled and smiled and became happy and called him, come closer. Closer. Waving his tiny palms, he called Markandeya. As if under the spell of his love, the young Markandeya came closer. Oh, what's this? With the breath of the babe, the sage entered his belly as if a tiny bug. The memory of the sage was not affected. He knew his identity, the deluge, these millions of years of drifting and entering the belly of the baby. But what a wonder! As he landed on the belly, as he landed on the ground of the belly of the baby, he saw the whole world as it used to be before its destruction. The sun is shining, breeze blowing, forest greening, and flowers are blooming. People are busy as before. All the seven heavens, all planets and stars, the earth and America, Europe, Asia, and Bharatvarsha, Himalayas, with all fountains and pilgrims, they are there, all safe. And there it was, the river Pushpabhadra flowing with crystal clear water, and to his great surprise he saw a small hermitage. Nearby all sages who were living there too were all fine and well. The whole world he saw inside the belly of the wonder baby. He saw. As he was taking a sigh of relief and thinking to enter his cottage, right then the baby breathed out, and lo, Markandeya fell out with it. Again he was sinking, floating, and swimming in the dangerous water of the deluge, my dear friend. After another million years he saw the same wonder baby lying on the leaf of the banyan on that island. As he went closer, he was blown in with his breath, and once again he saw the undestroyed world inside. After many years of traveling, he arrived his cottage. Again the wonder baby breathed down, and the sage fell out into the deluge water. Again torturous life of millions of years. Again spotting the island and the banyan and the wonder baby. Again a desire to ask him something, and then he smiles and he breathes, and lo, he is gone again. This happened for 7 times. Now, after another set of millions of years long suffering, when he saw the wonder baby smiling, calling to come closer with his tiny little hands and gargling, the sage could not help. He looked at the baby as if he will drink him with love, embrace him hard and never leave him. The young sage ran fast and outstretched arms of embrace. As soon as he came closer, suddenly everything vanished from the sight, as if they were never ever there. Along with the wonder baby, the banyan tree, the ice lake, and devastating water all disappeared in an instant. The young sage was found standing in the bank of Pushpamandra river as before. Tasmin prithivya kakudit prarudham navatam chatatparna puteshayanam tokam chataprema sudhatmakena nirikshatopam nirikshana Atatam balakam viksha nedrabhyam dishtitam ridi abhyaditatam klishta parishvaktu madhukshajam tavat bhagavan sakshad yogadisho bhurashaya andardadherite sadyo yathehani shanirmita Tamanvadavaro Brahman Salilam Loka Samplava Hirodhai Janadasya Swasrami Purvavatita. He saw the flowers. He has offered into the waves of the river 6 cosmic delusions before, or 8 billion years ago. What he had offered were still floating on the dancing waves of Pushpamandra river, sinking into the sea of surprise, wonder and suspense as he returned to his cottage. The laborers, the rishis, inquired if he is well, since he returned from his ablutions earlier than the usual. As the sage walked into his hermitage, all things were neat and clean and in proper order. He thought of these terrible days, those terrible days of pitch darkness, seeming hungry, thirsty in the ocean of deluge. At last he came out of the point. He came to the point. It was the splendor of Lord Sagatan Ghatna Putiyasi Maya. He just fulfilled my ignorant wish. He had warned me of its being painful, but I did not listen to him then. Oh Lord, you fulfilled your words you gave me. Let no desire come to me at all anymore, my Lord. I bow down to you, I bow down to you, I bow down to your Maya. Next day, when Markandeya Rishi was meditating, Lord Shiva and Parvati, while journeying through the skies with attendants, saw the perfect inner calm of the sage. And Parvati Devi said, Paschimam Bhagavan Vipram Nivritatmendriyashayam. Dear hubby, look at this young sage, how his mind is transparent, clean, all the way from conscious mind to sub and unconscious, like a silent pool of nectar it is, not a single dirt of thought pollution. Then what to speak of desire? His awareness is dazzling brightly all the way from the first to the 10th layer of his mind, consciousness. Throughout waking, dreaming and sleeping states, let's go and talk to him. Dear beloved, my Lord Shiva, I feel comfortable seeing somebody whom I can offer something of his or her need. This youth has no desire at all, not even for liberation. And I want to give him something. Oh Lord, let's go and have a nice talk with him. He lives in our area. We must be in touch. Otherwise, what will be the use of my PhD degree in public relations? And Lord Shiva said, okay dear, let's go. When they came in front of Markandeya ji, and he was so deeply suspended into the deep trance that he could not become aware of their arrival. Lord Shiva looked at Parvati ji and smiled. Then he entered the cavity of his heart as air enters an opening. The sage felt amazed to see tall and majestic figure of Lord Shiva flashing like lightning in his deep trance of meditation. Then he vanished. Then there was blackout. He opened his eyes and beheld Lord Shiva with Devi Parvati. He saluted them with thrills of joy and tears of love. He worshipped them and spoke out his love for the Lord and Lordess. The Lord Shiva said, sacred places and temple worship purify in long time, dear Markandeya, whereas saints as yourself enlightens instantly through mere sight. Simply hearing about you and seeing you, the lowest creatures and avowed sinners and terrorists may get purified and feel the change in perspective. A transformation is at hand, but you are so rare, you are so seldom, and that too mostly in trance. And holy young man, please accept these air tickets. Do some traveling. Let the people see you. At least let them have an idea how an enlightened one looks like, how an enlightened one talks like, and how an enlightened one laughs like. I make you instantly a Puranacharya. I bless you in perfect health, immortality, and access to all different planes of existence. Okay, dear Markandeya? The young sage did not feel satiated drinking the nectar-pouring words of Lord Shiva. The crescent ornamented one that Shiva Mahadev explained the master plan for his future. Now, Lord Shiva directed his energy towards activities for the welfare of the world. But he found certain sadness lurking in the unconscious of Markandeya. He addressed that issue, dear Markandeya, I feel I feel your Maya encounterment has left certain iceberg in your unconscious, and that is blocking the full flow of energy. I frankly tell you, it is unreal. Whatever you saw like deluge, unreal. Nothing like that happened so far. It was just in your mind, exactly as what happened to Soma Sharma. My lord, who was Som Sharma and what happened to him, which was similar to my case? And Lord Shiva gestured to one of his attendants to tell the story of Soma Sharma. And lo, he began. Soma Sharma, O great Acharya, Soma Sharma was a peaceful, illustrious, well-disciplined ascetic. He pleased Lord Vishnu through his meditation, and Lord Vishnu appeared and said, ask for benediction, anything, and it's yours. Lord, I need nothing else but to see your Maya, which is almighty confuser of all people. Your Maya, which is almighty complicator of all beings, even the gods. How powerful that Maya is, I want to see it myself. I want to check it out myself. And Lord Vishnu said, oh, not that, something else please. And Soma Sharma said, I have just this, my Lord, and that's all. And Lord Vishnu said, okay, then go to Mayapur area in Haridwar. You will see it. And then Lord vanished, and Soma Sharma picked up his bag and water pot and proceeded. As he reached Mayapur, he stayed in an ashram near the bank of Holy Ganga. As he entered the water of Holy Ganga for a dip, he felt he evaporated away. He evaporated out, and as a soul entered the womb of a fisherman's wife, who was making love with her husband, and both had ejaculated, and Soma Sharma's soul entered that surviving sperm. He grew on as a fetus, while still remembering he is a well-known sage, glorious Soma Sharma. But he was growing as fetus of a baby girl in between the storage of urine, gas and feces. Among the terrible stench, he was stuffed, shrunk and curled up. When the fisherwoman ate sharp green pepper, chili, sour and curries, and drank hot tea, her body burnt in pain. Worms of shit and piss bite her. That was extra, my dear friend. That lady ate fish and fast food all day long. Each morsel hurt me. He was fallen in mud of blood and flesh and mucus, bile and gas. And he always worried, oh, I did fast, worship, holy pilgrimage and meditated. What happened to all of those? Why they are not helping me? Why, where have they all gone? Why I am fallen water down? After 10 months, the lady was crying aloud due to pain of delivery. Soon the baby was pushed out by the inner air. At once she forgot all about her life as Soma Sharma. As a lovely baby of boatmen, fishermen, she grew up eating fish meat and occasionally and drinking wine as well. She went for fishing, killed a lot of them, fried mixed salt, and ate tuna fish, which emanates no steering stench, was her favorite. With these kinds of food, the mind which is composed is always sensual. sexual and very selfish. So she made many boyfriends and enjoyed sex unlimitedly, my dear friends. As she hit her 20th year, she was married to another stinking boy of similar head. Both enjoyed sex vehemently, ate and drank all whatever was glamorously advertised. Every night they indulged in sex and produced one kid every year. 15 girls and boys were born. Like baby pigs, they always hung on her. She was breastfeeding to one, sitting on lap to another, putting third one to sleep on the cot. Every day, tens of times, her kids passed stool on her or pissed on her clothes. Even when she was gobbling her food, someone of her babies pissed on her. She rushed to the river to rinse her mouth as well as shit from all over her clothes. Even among all this, she felt happy and well and fortunate that they have so many nice kids, so beautiful, so handsome. Oh God, let this go on forever, she prayed like this. Wonderful life this is. Give me boon. Let this go on forever, she prayed to God. One day, her shitty kids passed shit and piss on too many clothes. She decided to go not in the nearby dirty sewage water, but to Ganga river in a distance. Hot sun was beating over her head, perspiring like hell. She decided to take a dip first, then clean up the clothes later. And lo, what a miracle! As soon as she entered the waters of the holy Ganga and took a dip, she turned into Soma Sharma again, with full memory of both lives. As he looked around his water pot and clothes, two were found as he kept it 50 years ago. Perplexed and worried, he was sorrowing upon his dirty life. Right then came the ugly fisherman with 10 of his kids. He was angry upon the late which was done by his wife, and he wished exchange of abusive words. He wished exchange of abusive words, accusations, and possible Indian-style beating to them. But where has she gone? Let me first find out where that bitch is hiding. So this is how he was verbal, talking loud. Clothes are here, but she is not around anywhere. Has she died, fallen in the fast current of Ganga? He saw the empty jar with a heap of dirty clothes and began crying aloud. Oh, my beloved wife, I am robbed without you. How shall I survive without you? Look, your kids are crying to see you. My life is ruined up. Many people came and gathered around. Maybe she slipped into fast current of Ganga water. Oh no, she knew swimming. She did not even cry for help. Maybe some alligator swallowed her. Hey, did you fight with her last night? Oh no. I loved her more than my soul. How can I fight? I never told her even a harsh word ever. This is how he lied. Now Som Sharma came up front and said, Fisherman, go back home and take care. Your wife will never return. Destiny is too powerful. Holy Sire, How can you be so sure of it? She must be somewhere, because I myself had turned into Soma Sharma said, because I myself had turned into your wife. Now I am back to me myself. So, your wife is over. Oh sire, why are you joking with me? I am dying with pain. And Soma Sharma said, I am not joking. I am telling you the truth. 50 years ago, as I took dip, I entered an and grew as a baby, then raised as a girl, and got married to you and delivered 15 kids. As she entered the water today, she became me, her original self. Soon the ashram president came and said, Holy Sire, this morning you came to be our guest. You came here for Ganga Bath. Please hurry up. The bell for our lunch in the ashram is going to be rung very soon. Guest is God, as we all believe. We will not dine without you. Please come and put on your dry clothes which you have left in your room. And Som Sharma was confused. And Lord Narayana appeared. Oh Lord, Som Sharma said, what sin I committed to turn into that horrible woman and go through the whole hell? And Lord Narayana laughed and said, no sin, Holy Sire. It was all my Maya. You asked me, you remember? Lord Shiva's ghost explained, my dear friends, as 50 years were shown in a couple of hours, same way, millions of years long dissolution was shown to you, O sage Markandeya, in a shortest span of life. And Devi Parvati said graciously, my dear friend, remember, whatever is happening is in the Maya, the scorching heat of the summer, devastating showers of rainy season, a biting cold of winter, the pain of 4 o'clock morning dip in the cold water of the Ganga in December is Maya. These all are Maya. The moon, which is full and bright on Purnima night, is reduced to darkness in Amavasya night. From the tiny seed of gigantic banyan comes out, from a tiny bug-looking sperm, an emperor, a US president, a Hitler, a Nehru-like traitor and blackmailer and Gandhi-like cheater spring out. Whatever you see here and think of, all are Maya, the illusion. Those who know Maya's interactions are disillusioned and never suffer. Thus Lord Shiva and Parvati blazed Markandeya, cleared his hundreds of hurdles and gave him a new responsibility with a grand master plan. Markandeya was blissed out, my dear friends, anticipating the new adventures of composing new Puranas. Shavanabji asked, my dear friend, Reverend Sudji, is it any manner? Is it the only way to show his Maya to horrify a poor God? Why, Lord God did not show them his other kinds of Maya, which is not heart-rending like this? And Sutaji replied, but they had left no options. The Lord already asked them to request for the supermost, the finest, the impossible thing, and they denied my law, my dear friends. Had they requested to make them superpower, Superman, or Wonder Woman, or lifelong US President, or Indra's post, that would have been of course Maya, but pleasant kind of Maya. But to this Maya they already denied to have, so Lord had no choice other than let them confront the horrible one. Anyway, howsoever was the dreaded experience Markandeya and Som Sharma and Sudama and Narada and others have already gone through. Now, whosoever listen, read, speak or think on this subject, my dear friends, will transcend Maya, that's for sure. To know more about Sid Markandeya, please study Markandeya Puran, a most wonderful masterpiece literature. Om 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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate